Hello everyone, Rainbow Pig 13 here, continuing my series, Minecraft Magic. This would be the third episode now, I think. I actually tried recording this episode once before, and I spent like 20 minutes on it, and then I rewatched it, and I found out my microphone wasn't down on my headset, so I hadn't recorded any sound. So, I was a little frustrated. That was yesterday. And you can see some of the results of last time. As I remember in the second episode, I told you next time we'd be working on custom items, or enchanting. And as you can see, I'm holding an enchanted diamond sword with one hit left. So I will show you something unique about this sword here if I get some soul sand. Oops. Well, I don't need that anymore. And a wither skull, and I think most of you probably know what I'm going to be doing by now. I pick this up, and I do the wither here. Just kinda. Do you see that? It was like a normal skull in it. Okay. So here we are. It's regenerating health, and it's got its shield, and it's gonna explode in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And it just blew up my world, and I should be able to just hit it. And it's a one-hit kill. And had I been in survival, this would have broken, but I'm not. So, how I did this, it's in one of these two. I actually hadn't labeled them. That probably would have been a good idea. Here it is. This gives me a diamond sword. Most of you could probably do this part right here without any help. But these are the two. I'm not sure what they're called. This is a data tag, I think. This bit's called a data tag, and this is this is how many you're gonna get. So, for example, if I change this to 2, and got rid of that extra E I typed on the back there, and press this, I would get actually stacked 2. So, I'm not sure if they'd both break at once. Here, I'll try that here with a zombie pigman, because normal ones. So, oops, yes, slash game mode. Typing problems. 0. And I spawn this guy in. Why isn't it breaking? Oh, it has 0. Oh, I forgot. 0 counts as 1 too, so. Okay, forget that. Game mode 0. No, 1. So, so that's how many I'm gonna get. And this here's the durability. A diamond sword has a durability of 1,561. So if I put this on a 1, I'll get a diamond sword with truly 1 hit left, and nothing extra. So now to get into action. So those are I'm not sure which one's called a data tag. They might both be. So then to do the enchantment part, you need to do one of those weird squiggly brackets. Enchant, a colon, a bracket, an enchantment ID. I don't have all those memorized. I just know 16 is sharpness. A comma, the level, well, the abbreviation for level, a colon, and what level you want this to be, and you have to balance the brackets, so another one of those. Now if I were to want a second enchantment on here, I do a comma after the enchantment specifications, and I don't know any other enchantments by heart, so I'll check over here. I think we'll go with 20. Take a guess on that, right? We will go comma, the ID again. We'll go 20, comma, the level, and we'll make that just 10. And if we go like that, that balances the brackets, I think. The brackets have to be balanced. So if I press this, fire aspect 10 and sharpness 1000. And the enchantment doesn't necessarily have to be It doesn't necessarily have to be for that particular item. For example, I could put protection on this, but it just won't do anything. It'll just look cool there. If you want to make like a god sword for a server or something, you can just have it there so it looks better than it is. So if I give this ID 1, which I'm pretty sure is in the sword, but I'm not going to guarantee that, and give it level, let's do 20 here, squiggly bracket. Okay, I should get a sword with fire protection. So obviously this isn't going to do me any good with a sword, but it's there. So that is the basics of this, but I'm also probably should warn you there are certain ones that you really shouldn't be messing with. For example, it wouldn't be a good idea to mess with looting. In my previous video, actually, the one I tried to record, I actually showed you that. Looting, I think, is 21. See, because here I have looting really large amount, and I showed it to you, and then it crashed the game because there were too many item drops for my computer to handle. So don't mess with that one, looting, because you'll crash your game. I also would not play around with knockback, because if you put it too high in there, you're just going to hit something, and it's going to go flying, and it's going to load a bunch of chunks that you don't want loaded, and lag or crash your game. You're also not going to mess with punch for the exact same reason. It's just with a bow. And I think there's one or two others, but, use common sense. If it's something that's going to cause a lot of stuff to load at once, I wouldn't mess with it, because it'll cause problems. So, next up, if I can remember how to do this, I'm going to show you how to do a name. So /give at p diamond sword display. I think you have to do display. Wait, I actually think you need to have a square bracket here. I think. I'll be right back. I'm going to check up on this and just to be sure here. Okay, guys, I'm back. I did some research there. Squiggly bracket, display, colon, squiggly bracket, name. I think you need to capitalize that. And then quotation marks. I'm not sure if you can do that, but I just do the double just to be sure. Give it whatever name you want. For example, sword, because that's used a lot in servers for all sorts of things. And then you just balance the brackets as usual. Never forget to balance your brackets or you'll be extremely frustrated. And I did something wrong. Oh yes, I think you need to enter these in. If you're going to do a display or an enchantment, you need to put in the just the basic information there. And it's named Godsword, right there. And of course, there's a lot more to get through here. For example, I think I might have forgotten to mention this in my first video. When you're using a command block, you don't need to do slash, but it's just a habit I've gotten into because, whenever you're typing normal commands, you do it, and it's just something I do. You don't need to do the slash if you do not want to. So, /give at p diamond underscore sword, and then we're going to want to put in the I think they're called data values when you're putting them in there. Yes, that's it. Data values, name tag. And then you need I haven't told you when I'm doing it, have I? Silly me. I'm showing you how to do lore, which is probably less familiar than name, because, it doesn't just explain itself right away. Lore is something you can tell about the item. It's usually written in purple. For example, I'll show you here. Lore, quotation marks, it is diamond.